All right, y'all. We back with another reaction right here on ABP Reactions. And right now, we're going to take it out to Texas, man, where a trapper and his girlfriend was killed 24 hours apart after he survived 3 attempts. That's crazy. Let's react.
You niggas better hold on to that shit if you ain't just having it like that, man. Real talk. Save for the rainy day. No, I'm gonna save mine. Shit, whatever.
Continue to follow the person who shot and killed a man in East Austin is still on the run this morning. I'm Sally Hernandez.
And I'm Tom Miller. Last night, several people called 911 saying they heard gunshots on Bandera Road. It's off of Springdale Road near MLK Boulevard.
In northwest Austin. This happened early this morning on Brazoria Lane near Lakeline Boulevard and 183. And that's where we find KVU's Michael Courier, who joins us now with the latest. What can you tell us? And good morning, Michael.
Brian, Yvonne, good morning. Yeah, this is the 18th homicide investigation that is taking place according to police. And the investigation is taking place at a gated community, which you see behind me, which is called The Cottages. Now, it has been very finding what they say was a 35-year-old man dead.
Fam, this one right here, this is one of those stories where it's more questions than answers. I've been sitting on this for about a week now, because every time I thought we was getting closer to the truth, something new would drop, and somehow we end up knowing even less. And let's be real, that's strange. I mean, think about it. How many times do you hear about a man walking around with tens of thousands of dollars on him, getting shot over 10 times, and don't even get robbed? And what if I told you he escaped death not once, not twice, not 3 times, but it wasn't until his 4th encounter where he lost his life? And not even 48 hours later, the same girlfriend of that individual who called the police on this fatal night, she ended up losing her life too. So we know out the gate, at least for her boyfriend, it was personal. But what would make her want to lose her life immediately after? Or was her murder orchestrated to look like a... I mean, after all that, it's no clear reports, no solid answers, and just rumors. Some people saying it was a setup, others saying it was retaliation. And then you got those who believe the situation goes way deeper than anything being said publicly. So today, we might not have every detail, but we have enough to lay out the timeline, present the facts, and pay our respects. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna jump right to it. Gotta take this one to Austin, Texas, fam. And nah, not the version you see on postcards, not the music festival, not the college life. I'm talking about the side of Austin that don't always make headlines. Because as fast as that city is growing, so is everything that come with it. Money, pressure, and problems.
I was not expecting Austin. I for sure thought it was going to be like Fort Worth or Houston or something. Okay, Austin.
Every once in a while, something happens that don't fully get explained. Not because people don't care, but because what's behind it might be bigger than what's being reported. And as of late 2025 and early 2026, the Austin Police Department, APD, has seen a significant decrease in murders following a peak in 2021, leading to a high homicide clearance rate for recent cases. While over 400 cold cases and unsolved crimes have accumulated in Austin over the past few decades, the department cleared 100% of the 75 homicides committed in 2023. But going into the 3rd week of April in 2026, APD have 2 homicides that might be connected that has yet to be solved. And one of those individuals is a 35-year-old man identified as Joshua Williams, also known as Lord Josh.
19. You niggas better hold on to that shit if you ain't just having it like that, man. Real talk. Save for the rainy day. No, I'm gonna save mine. Shit, whatever. Look at this, how this how. You can't find the torch, huh? You fucked up. This hoe cooked out there. Hey, bitch. Huh? What's that you got over there, huh? What? You got that bad motherfucker on you? Can I have that bitch? Yeah. That ain't my money. That's his bike. He fucked up. He fresh out. He ran over these niggas. Nigga been out 10 days. Sick of you. I'm sick of him though. I'm sick of that hoe. Is Wops out? We on our way to pick up more shit.
Straight out of the slums, from rags to riches, they got me some bitches, and I change up I come.
Now, Lord Josh was
So this nigga just ride around with... Niggas be crazy. So they can just ride around all day, all night with just stacks of money, putting it on Instagram. You got to be a bold nigga and know that niggas ain't thirsty out here and won't cross that line and try to get your ass. But if I'm watching multiple videos and every video you're keeping 100,000, 200,000 inside your car and it's always with you, eventually, if I'm starving and I'm thirsty and I'm with all the trigger play action and I know where your car is at, nigga, I'm going to wait for your ass eventually and get you. That's an easy lick. You always going live showing that you keep $100,000 in your car? Somebody going to take that chance, shit.
Father of two. He was also in a relationship with a young woman identified as Aaliyah Moore. She was well known in Austin. Some say one of the best lash techs you can never find. She was also a mother. Last year she got arrested for a petty misdemeanor. Now I want you guys to keep her in mind because we'll later come to her in the video. But when it came to her boyfriend, Lord Josh, as mentioned at the very beginning of the video, this is a man who escaped death 3 times. And that's just what's public. One of those incidents happened in 2021. Lord Josh was riding in the car with his friend, 23 years old, Darrell DeRay Davison, aka Puda. It was September 20th, 2021. They was in East Austin on the 4700 block of Bandera Road. 911 received a call of multiple gunshots in the area. Callers also reported hearing the yelling before the gunshots. Then a woman had ended up screaming. When suddenly, a man identified as Ronald Charles had approached the passenger front side door and ended up shooting, aiming at Lord Josh. But Puda is in the passenger seat, and instead he gets struck before being pushed out the car as Lord Josh tries to escape, left on the ground before authorities got there shortly before 8:30, pronouncing him deceased. May he rest in peace and love and condolences to his family. Ronald turned himself in to Travis County Jail 3 days later on September 23rd.
Continue to follow the person who shot and killed a man in East Austin is still on the run this morning. I'm Sally Hernandez.
And I'm Tom Miller. Last night, several people called 911 saying they heard gunshots on Bandera Road. It's off of Springdale Road near MLK Boulevard. When officers got there, they found a 27-year-old man badly hurt. They tried to save his life, but police say they weren't successful. Officers have not said what could have led up to this shooting, but they are asking for people to be on the lookout there.
And by KXAN's count, this is Austin's 63rd homicide this year.
I didn't know Austin be going up like that. Listen, don't judge me, but all I know when it comes to Austin is that South by Southwest. I be seeing all them fights. I didn't know they was going up out there like that, doing it up.
Just a week ago, we were at 60, so we've had 3 within the last week. The previous record for most homicides in 1 year in Austin was back in 1984, and that's when
around this time it's the pandemic, and Lord Josh and his crew go by BSO, and they making a name for themselves in Austin. But it seemed Lord Josh would still have a target on his back. Now Rondo didn't quite get to him. He got to his homie. But the following year, Lord Josh would get shot in his foot. That didn't make the news. But if you knew, you knew. But he survived, thank God. And that ain't stopped Josh from being in the spotlight. No.
So that's his whole thing, taking pictures with money. So he always got money on him. He letting you know it's always on me. You want it, come get it, basically.
Known as one of the trappers, showing his money in almost every post and letting him be known he the guy with the bags. Even having pictures with Mikey and OG3. But on the first week of April in 2026, Lord Josh's luck will run out. On April 3rd, 2026, according to Austin Police Department, officers received a call about a possible shooting shortly before 12:45 a.m. in the 10,900 block of Brazoria Lane, not far from Cottages and Northwoods apartment complex. And the person that called police was Aaliyah. And the person she said was on the floor was her 35-year-old boyfriend, Lord Josh. Once police got on the scene, they said they found a 35-year-old man who was injured. He was pronounced dead at 1:09 a.m. May he rest in peace and love and condolences to his family.
Up to him.
Now to this day, police say no suspect is in custody, and police have yet to identify one as we speak.
In Northwest Austin. This happened early this morning on Brazoria Lane near Lakeline Boulevard and 183. And that's where we find KVU's Michael Courier, who joins us now with the latest. What can you tell us? And good morning, Michael.
Brian, Yvonne, good morning. Yeah, this is the 18th homicide investigation that is taking place according to police. And the investigation is taking place at a gated community, which you see behind me, which is called the Cottages. Now, it has been very quiet since we arrived here. We have seen within the past 5 minutes about 3 more.
Wait a minute. So he got killed inside of a gated community? What the fuck? Gated communities usually got cameras all at the gates and shit. So, I mean, it's gonna be easy to figure this one out. I mean, unless they did some hopping the gates or something. I don't know. I don't know where the cameras are set up in here, but gated community, that's crazy.
Police vehicles make their way through that gated community as around 12:43 a.m. according to Austin police, they say there were multiple calls to 911 of people hearing gunshots. Police arrived to this neighborhood at around 1:09 a.m. finding what they say was a 35-year-old man dead. Now they do say that nobody is in custody and there is no known suspect at this time.
Damn.
Police believe this is an isolated incident with no threat to the community. Now at this point in the investigation, police are still contacting and speaking with neighbors that are there in this gated community at the cottages. They are also really searching the area, canvassing the area, making sure that they didn't miss anything. And Austin police are also saying if there is anyone out there that may have any information to this homicide investigation to contact police.
All right, let me ask y'all, who's from Austin and who knows about these? Are these considered like the nice area, the suburbs, or is this the ghetto? You know, because when you think gated community, sometimes, you know, you think, oh, these are, you know, the suburbs are somewhere, you know, nice where they don't want people coming in and coming out, you know, with their own freedom and shit. So let us know if you're from Austin. Is this the ghetto or is this the burbs? Nice area, rich area, poor area, poverty. What's going on here?
Reporting live in Northwest Austin, Michael Curry.
Now here's where things get tricky in this story. Following Lord Josh's murder, 24 hours later, the person who made that phone call to 911 about Lord Josh being gunned down will suddenly have questionable moments following her demise. Aaliyah, it was reports that she got her father's firearm. That's only speculation, maybe for protection. I mean, her boyfriend was just gunned down in gruesome fashion with all his money on him and jewelry. It wasn't even a robbery, it was a hit. But then by April 5th, 2026, it was reported that Aaliyah had allegedly lost her life. Except this time, there was no trail, no news report, and even some suggest she did it to herself, or it was possibly a setup, which makes you put everything in perspective. If it was because she lost her boyfriend, I'm not sure a strong mother would do such thing knowing she had kids. But nonetheless, may Aaliyah rest in peace and love and condolences to her family. But then
Hey, hold on. That's the only information you got?
Got to the point, fam, where a Texas well-known trapper and his girlfriend lost their lives less than 48 hours apart. Crime scenes. Yet and still, no arrests and no real reports. And by April 7, 2000...
Hold on, man. Hell no. We need some information.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Wait, so the girlfriend just mysteriously dies and nobody know nothing? so he get killed, nobody know nothing. She get killed, nobody know nothing. Damn, what the fuck is going on? Damn. Late night. He got killed late night, gated community. Well, my question is, was that his house? Was that their house together? Was that her house? And then she ends up dead. She got kids. They saying, oh, listen, a mother over her boyfriend. I don't know about that. When she got, you know, she got responsibility. She got kids. She'd kill herself over her boyfriend. And I don't know. Wild times we live in. I don't know what people be thinking. Who knows, man?
2026, a person who knew Aaliyah went to social media and said the following: "My heart is truly broken. Aaliyah was young, full of life, a true boss lady in every sense. I was her first lash tech, then became her trainer. She was fresh out of high school when she took off. No 9 to 5, just lashes, hustle, and pure drive. She built her own lane and stood on it with so much confidence. Aaliyah was a go-getter, a beautiful soul, and carried herself with so much grace and pride. If you knew her, you knew. She always kept a bankroll. That was my girl. I'm hurting in ways I don't even have words for. I'm gonna miss that beautiful face, those pretty eyes, your energy, your presence. Until we meet again, pretty girl. I am so sorry."
Hey, rest in peace to both of them. But I want to ask you a question. What does it sound like to you if somebody comes at midnight? You're known for having money. You're known for trapping every picture, every post, every this. They come at midnight, late night. That's a late night. You end up getting shot, but they don't take your jewelry or your money. What does that mean to y'all? Because you would automatically assume, oh, he got killed because he always flexing his money and can't get his money. But they left his money. So what does that tell you? Interesting.
My condolences go out to her family. Now, as mentioned, fam, we headed to the 3rd week of April 2026, and there's still no real report or no arrest been made. Austin PD, I got some work to do, man, because these taxpaying citizens deserve some answers, and for sure they families. With that being said, fam, y'all remember what I said at the very beginning. This might be one of them ones where we got more questions than answers. And if and when those questions get answered, you know I'm gonna keep you guys in the loop and bring you guys an update. But this was the story of a young man who escaped death 3 times before losing his life in 4. Fam, we talking about 4 times in 4 years. In less than 48 hours after he loses his life, his girlfriend loses hers. We not sure really how. Let me know how you guys.
Damn, man. Sad situation right there, y'all. That's definitely gonna be a head scratcher for the families, for the friends, for everybody. Like, wait a minute. So he's with you. He ends up getting killed. Boom, late night. They don't rob him. They just kill him. Boom. You don't know what happened. And then now you, boom. A day later, now you knocked off. Nobody knows what happens. And you got kids, so they like, hold on, would she take her own life? Was it to the point where they don't know what happened to the point? That's crazy that they don't know if it's suicide or not. Like, you would know suicide, self-inflicted. Like, they would, I don't know, man. If some more details come out, you all from Texas, more details come out, fill us in, man, because this is a crazy one. It makes no sense. If the nigga's known for flexing, they been trying to kill him, though. So obviously he's somebody to the point where a nigga's been trying to kill you 4 times in 4 years. Obviously, niggas want you dead. You pissing somebody off. You're doing something that is triggering a lot of motherfuckers to try to kill you, man. And they finally got you. So was it to the point where it was like, nigga, it ain't even about the money. We just want you dead. Nigga, fuck your money, keep your jewelry, all that. We just want this nigga dead. That's what it feel like. It feel like it's just like, nigga, this bitch ass nigga keep surviving. Ain't no telling what he's doing. That's the part, like, you know, you have to be from out there, from the streets to know that. Ain't no telling what he's doing. He's probably a menace on the block, on them streets. He probably out there, nigga, a menace, torturing motherfuckers, doing his thing, doing his 1-2. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But obviously they got him out the way. And then for some reason, the girlfriend had to go too. What could that be? Maybe she saw who did it. Maybe she's an eyewitness and we can't leave no witnesses behind. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think, though. I'm going to give y'all 2 seconds, smash the like. And as always, get ready for the next reaction.